Hi, this is James again, and welcome back to Storytime with James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And if you would, hit me on the Cash App. Hit my Cash App so I can purchase acrylic paint, masking tape, and brushes. It's just that simple. It's for my art, so it's going to a worthy cause. All right, this one is called The Mouse from Yes. Yes. Look, I once had a unwanted visitor in my house. I had an unwanted visitor, and it was this daggone mouse. Yes. Yes. Look, one night I was tired. I came from work. I was tired, okay? So I came in and I just put my pajamas on and stuff like that. And then I went into the kitchen and I turned the light on, and then it scurried right down into the eye of the stove and disappeared, you know. So it startled me, you know, and I lift the top of the stove up, looked under there, nothing. I moved the stove, physically moved the stove from against the wall, nothing back there. So instead of going to bed, I started cleaning. I cleaned behind the stove. I cleaned inside the stove. I cleaned inside the oven. I did everything with bleach and everything. So that was it. Then I set a mouse trap and I put it right on top of the stove. Put it right on top of the stove. Then I felt safe to go to bed. It's amazing how these little small creatures can scare the dickens out of you. Well, after that, I went to bed, and soon as I started dozing off, I heard something say, "Psst," you know, and I jumped up. I said, I got him. And I was happy. And I put my house shoes on, and I went into the kitchen, and nothing. The mouse trap was upside down, but nothing was on there. So I said, what in the world? So let's set it again. I set it again, set the trap, and I set it up there on the stove again. And then I said, man, it's got to get him this time. So I went back to bed. Soon as I was dozing off again, I jumped up and went to the kitchen, and the trap was upside down again. So I said, oh man, something's wrong. Something's wrong. So I was thinking, three times a charm. Okay. So I said it one more time. And I put some cheese on there and I melted the cheese on there. Took a lighter and just melted the cheese on the end of it, you know. And I said it again. Went back to bed. Once again, soon as I was dozing off, again, I jumped up and ran into the kitchen to look. Nothing again. The mouse trap was upside down, but no mouse was on it. So I started thinking, I got to figure another way out. So, y'all know I did pest control before. So I started thinking pest control. So I moved the stove from the wall and started looking back there, and I saw a little hole where the gas pipe comes in. So I took some drywall sealer and sealed all the way around there. Sealed that up, let it dry, and that was it. I figured I sealed that hole where he could be coming through because that was the only hole back there. So I sealed that up and I set that mouse trap again. Okay. And then this time I had went and got one of those little glue bait things. And I set that next to the trap and put a piece of cheese on right dead in the center. So I said, I'm gonna get you now. Then I went to bed. This time I didn't wake up. I was tired. I was exhausted, man. So the next day I went back there, went back into the kitchen, and the mouse trap was upside down, and the cheese was gone off the glue trap. I was shocked. I was like, what in the world? And I moved the stove back from the wall. That hole wasn't tampered with. It was still there. So the ceiling was still on there. So I said, man, where is he coming from? So I started looking for other holes. And then I found a little small hole like this that was on my cabinet. So I sealed that up. And I just went around the whole kitchen trying to seal up holes. Sealing holes up and stuff. So the next day I came from work again. I looked in the kitchen, nothing, I said, well, I probably sealed them out. So I took my shower, and was coming into the kitchen with no shoes on. So I was finna make a sandwich, make me a little turkey sandwich or something, getting ready to make the turkey. And then something ran across the floor real quick. I said, oh man. And my heart was pumping. My heart was beating. And I was beating fast, man. I said, oh my God. What? And it was gone. Just like that. It was gone. So I said, man, I'm gonna have to get serious on that. Okay. So I started looking for a lot of ways to kill a mouse, because now at this point I wanted him dead. Now I wanted him dead. All right. So the mouse trap wasn't working. So they showed me some ways to bend that little thing so it's like a hair trigger. Okay. So I did that, and it kept snapping my fingers almost. Then I finally got it, and then I set that down. Okay. So then I placed my glue traps, placed the glue traps on the floor this time. I didn't set it up on there no more. I set it on the floor, and I've got an arsenal of glue traps. So I had 1, 2, like 3 glue traps. Once again, the next day, all the bait was gone from the glue traps. Okay, and the mouse trap was snapped. So I had to figure. I said, man, what is this thing doing? Throwing something on top of it and popping the trap. And how is he getting this off? So then I finally I checked everything in the cabinets and everything. And every hole was sealed in there. Okay. So then finally, while I was going out shopping, I came home and this sucker had got on top of my refrigerator. On top of my refrigerator. I didn't know how it got up there. How can a mouse get up on top of a refrigerator? And he burrowed right through my bread, a loaf of bread, burrowed right through, went in, ate his way through the bread. So I was furious now. I was thinking about poison now. I was thinking about poison. I really was. But I didn't have nothing in the house, no animals in the house. The only thing I had in the house was fish, because I used to have fish. So they couldn't get to the poison. So I figured, okay, tomorrow I get poison. This will get them. But once again, I took the glue traps and put them together. Like it was a little square thing, and I put another square next to it. And then put another square up here. Just a couple of squares together. I put them all together so they were like this big now. And I put some sharp cheddar cheese right in the center and put a little peanut butter on top. So after I did that, this wasn't touched. For some reason, he wouldn't touch this. So I said, well, maybe he's gone. Maybe he's gone, So the next night, once again, I came into the kitchen. And this joker was on top of the stove now. So I started getting these little cones like this. Like I would take something and make it like this around the plug. Right around the plug, Well, it was a round cone like this. Like this. If my finger is the plug, like that, and then the cord come down out of here, So he can't get up there because I figured he was traveling up that to get on the refrigerator and the stove, So after that, he wasn't getting on the refrigerator no more. He was getting on I thought it was several of them. So it was really annoying me, I was trying everything. So then I got some poison. I put it on a little tray, and put it under the cabinet. And then I put behind the stove, and it looked like he ate some of it, but apparently he didn't like it. So finally, I've got one of these electric mouse traps. It was about this big, like this, and the mouse can go inside of it, and then he get electrocuted, So I got one of those, and I went and I took peanut butter and put it in the back of it, and I put that on top of the stove, That night, I went to sleep, and I didn't hear nothing. But when I woke up that morning, a green light was blinking on top of it. It was tick, 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 tick. And I said, oh man, it's in there. So I was scared to pick it up. So I finally picked it up, and I saw the tail. I finally got that joker. Finally got him. Finally got him. After like 2 months. never thought my mice were that smart. I thought rats were smart like that, but not mice. This just blew my mind right here. So I don't know, man. I don't know what was up with this mouse, but it was this big. This how big it was, and with a tail. This big. And with it eating that much, it should have been bigger than that. So I don't know what was going on. But I guess poison would be the right way, the best way to go. But this electronic mousetrap, they work. I'm telling you. This big. It's this big. And they look stylish too. They look black. You know, they're black, or you can get them in gray or white or whatever. And you can sit them somewhere inconspicuous, you know, so nobody can tell what it is, you know. So I set it down there, and he went in there for that bait. And I guess he thought he was gonna steal that too, but he stole his life, you know. Yeah. So bye-bye, you sucker, you big head sucker. Yes. Man, ever since then, I've always got the electric mousetraps. It goes by batteries too. So the electric mousetrap, it really works. Okay. And they got it for rats too. So if you got a rat like that, that keep coming in your house, get those electric mouse traps. I'm telling you, you won't go wrong. All right. Okay, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. Look, salsa, salsita. These are good. They good by themselves, but if you have some salsa sauce, unfortunately, I don't have none, but no salsa sauce. But I will have some tomorrow. You dip these in that salsa sauce, man. What? These are good.
Hey, bro, sharing is caring. Let me get a little bit, man. Let me get a little bit of that. Let me get a little bit, man. Come on, man. I want to try some of that salsa
Go ahead, say
stuff. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks.
Chill.
Oh, I love these,
All right.
man.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop another video. And share. Share my videos with everyone. Share them with your family. Share them with your friends so that they can come on to my channel, you know. Okay. Peace. Adios. Salamat. Chair dance.